So when you make a bet on a sporting event or on a horse race or whatever, bet with a buddy, you have a defined ending point where you know you're going to be wrong. So you could be a compulsive gambler and keep making bets, but for the most part, your risk is limited to that bet. So if you think about day trading, it's a little worse that way in terms of a continuous event. So I'm going to talk about continuous events, and as you go out longer, they get more dangerous. So in your day trading, if you're going to get flat at the end of the day, that's kind of the end of your day. So that's the end of the event, unless you're holding overnight. Let's assume you're not holding overnight. So you can get in some serious trouble during the day, but it's going to end by the end of the day. So you can compartmentalize and move on. You can do a lot of destructive stuff during the day, right? But at least it ends. Now, if you go to a longer time frame, swing trading or position trading, you can really be in agony for a long time. And that's happened to me. I actually just had one that I got out of that was about 4 or 5 days of total agony where I blew off my stop and let it get away from me and broke all my rules. And I'm really diligent now about not doing that. That's a different story, but it happens once in a while. It just does. It shouldn't happen, but I notice that it does happen once in a while. But that's tough because it's a continuous event that keeps going and going and going until I choose to stop it. So the point of this is you can change the game on that. You can turn it around where you instantly put that stop in if you're having trouble trusting yourself, or you put an OCO order in with a profit and a stop, or you write down what you're going to do and you do it. And you turn into a game like a bet with a friend would be. Like, I put this bet on, and when I lose, I'm out, and I know that's as bad as it can get. And there's a lot of mental clarity that comes from that. You can get over your losses and move on to the next opportunity. And I think it really makes you feel good. It turns it into a game. But the continuous event stuff can be brutal. It could just suck your energy out of you and be really financially bad also. So when you're trading during the day, I think it's just as important because, you have the end of the day, but each trade it's its own game, and it should have an end point. If it doesn't have an end point, or if it turns into an investment, even if it's for a day, that's not good. So I've moved my time frame out a little bit. I'm during the day sometimes, but not as much. And so that's something I had to adjust to from starting my career always during the day and moving out a little bit. It's super painful when you don't do that. You have to take the time to do that. And I took it in the face. I think I got out of my stuff about a day ago and finally feel better now. But once I breached my mental stop and didn't obey it, it just seemed like I couldn't make that decision. And it got worse and worse and worse. And it was like, what are you doing? You've been doing this for 15 years and you're still doing shit like this? And unfortunately, I needed a lesson. You always need a lesson if you get one, I guess. And I'm putting in my stops immediately when I put my trades on. And I can trust myself with a mental stop a lot of times. But after that happened, I guess I can't for a while. And I probably never should again. But if the size is small enough, I'm okay with the mental stop. But anything that could hurt me, I think I need to put that in.